Starts right now.
And a good morning to you, everybody. It is Friday. It is June 4th. We will get to your weather headlines in just a moment and other headlines, but we're staying on top of a developing story out of far South Bexar County. 29 people have been detained after they were found in a tractor trailer on the city's far southwest side.
This happened around 4 this morning on Quisenberry Road. That's near Somerset and Fisher Road. Stephen Cavazos is live there this morning. And Stephen, what led to this discovery?
Mark, Stephanie, we brought you this news earlier this morning, but of course the search continues for dozens of people who police say scattered from the area when they arrived on the scene. Now, police initially tell us that people who live in this area had heard loud banging noises around 4 this morning, and when they got here, authorities that is, they found those dozens of people inside a trailer. Take a look at this video when we arrived on the scene earlier. Very busy scene. 20 men and 9 women were detained. Their ages between 17 and 32. Now, we do know that this trailer came from Laredo and the people inside were there for close to 4 hours. Now, thankfully, that trailer was air conditioned and San Antonio Fire Department did provide the group with medical attention, water, and blankets. And thankfully, no one was hurt. Via buses arrived sometime after, and a battalion chief on the scene does tell us the group will be transported somewhere, but he did not disclose that location. Now, we do know Homeland Security is taking over the investigation, Mark and Steph, but right now the search for dozens more continues this morning. Of course, we will continue to bring you more updates as they become available. Mark, Stephanie.
Thank you, Stephen.
Let's go outside with live cam right now. Sarah Spivey in for Justin today. Let's check in with her on the latest updates on our weekend forecasts.
Yeah, good morning to you guys. You know, we have had a really rainy day yesterday. In fact, there are spots around San Antonio that got up to 5 inches of rain just from yesterday's rainfall. A lot of rain also fell along the recharge zones and the contributing zones of the aquifer. And because of that, the aquifer is actually up 0.3 of a foot. The aquifer is loving all of this rain. You know, it's not my allergies. Mold is very high in today's pollen count. In fact, it almost quadrupled since yesterday's pollen count, past 20,000 mold spores per cubic meter of air. We've got quite a bit to talk about in the forecast. So coming up, we're going to talk about how today is not going to be like yesterday. We'll really only have scattered rain today, but the rain that does develop could be heavy at times and lead to potential flooding issues. And then over the weekend, we've been able to trim back rain chances a little bit. So hit or miss rain over the weekend. So you should be able to salvage some of your weekend and enjoy some time outdoors. Lots to talk about in the forecast, including those rainfall totals coming up soon. Mark and Steph.
Thank you, Sarah. Let's take a look outside with TransGuide. Things are flowing smoothly, and wow, look at all the green out there because of the rain.
No kidding. Unbelievable. Again, good Friday morning to you. 2 of the things that were real big during the pandemic were puzzles and board games. And game nights are supposed to be stress-free and fun, right?
Supposed to be. I have a 7-year-old.
Yes. So chutes and ladders can get turn into a bloody mess?
Yeah, everything can, to be honest with you.
We've got a story from studyfinds.org. It's interesting, and it says that Monopoly actually causes the most fights on game nights.
Yeah, I can see this. In a recent survey of 2,000 U.S. residents, 20% say that their game nights with friends or family are often disrupted by competitive or unfriendly behavior.
Typical antics include someone quitting because they're losing, 46%.
Someone accusing another player of cheating, that's 44%.
And 2 or more players getting into an argument, 44%.
And just in general, we have some games that have been banned entirely from families. It's the top 3 most frequently banned games.
So Monopoly, we already said that, 44%. Yeah. But you might be surprised at some of these other most frequently banned board games.
Yeah, Uno, I'm actually not surprised by this one, 37%.
And sorry came in at 27%.
Sorry came in at 27%.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, sorry, not sorry. Oh yeah, this happens. Uno's pretty difficult. Like when you're just playing 2-player. There are times when it is just my daughter and myself, and she thinks I'm being mean, and I'm like, I literally have no other cards to give you. So,
these 2 have never bothered me.
Which one?
Monopoly, Uno, and sorry. Monopoly. That's a problem for me. I mean, my blood pressure's going up just thinking about it.
Really? You don't want to lose your assets? Your car?
You said it, Steph.
You don't want to. You don't want to go straight to jail? Okay.
Let's take a look at today's 9 at 9. Police in Miami say a third person has died after Sunday's shooting at a banquet hall that left 20 others hurt. There's a $130,000 reward for information leading to the arrest of 3 suspects.
Today, the House Judiciary Committee will question former White House counsel Don McGahn behind closed doors. This comes 2 years after House Democrats wanted his testimony as part of investigations into former President Donald Trump.
After multiple cyber attacks on big U.S. entities, the Justice Department is cracking down on hackers using the same protocols as it does for terrorism.
The Biden administration says it plans to share at least 80 million doses of the COVID-19 vaccine with other parts of the world. The goal is to ship about 25 million doses off by the end of June.
The CDC is expected to release a new report on vaccines today. It's supposed to put an emphasis on the need to get kids older than 12 vaccinated.
TSA workers will be getting raises soon. For decades, the union has been fighting for workers to get the same wages and rights as other federal agencies. The win comes as the TSA looks to hire some 6,000 workers as travel picks back up.
Another drop in jobless claims. Labor Department says 385,000 Americans filed first-time claims last week, down from 406,000 the week before. It is the 5th week in a row claims have fallen.
The valedictorian at a Dallas high school is going viral for her controversial speech. Paxton Smith ditched her prepared words to speak about the recently passed heartbeat bill.
For the first time in his career, LeBron James is out of the NBA playoffs in round 1. Phoenix eliminated the LA Lakers last night. Portland also knocked Denver out of the playoffs. And that's today's 9 at 9. Other top stories are falling for you today. San Antonio Police and Crime Stoppers looking for help tracking down the man behind a road rage incident where shots were fired.
It happened back on April 22nd. According to police, this man cut someone off as he left the QT convenience store on Medina Base Road off of Loop 410 on the west side. Police say the other driver honked at him.
And that's when police say he got out of his red sedan and started shooting. No word on whether anyone was hit. Still, police say when caught, this man will face charges of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. If you recognize him, call 210-224-STOP.
Police are also looking for a man who stole from an adult store and threatened the clerk.
This happened back on May 20th. Police say it was just after midnight when the man went into the Ignite adult store in the 2100 block of Southwest Military. It's right across the street from South Park Mall.
And according to police, the man walked out with merchandise, and when the store clerk followed him outside, he pulled out a knife. The clerk backed off and was not hurt, but the man is wanted for aggravated robbery. If you recognize him, you can call Crime Stoppers at number 210-224-STOP. In your morning headlines, a Texas teen going viral for her graduation speech and a car chase caught on camera.
Plus the latest on President Biden's plan for infrastructure and frustrations over the summer games in Tokyo, Japan. RJ Marquez has been covering these headlines for us and has the very latest. Good morning, RJ.
Yeah, good morning, guys. You guys just mentioned LeBron James being out of the NBA playoffs. Apparently, he's not going to play in the Olympics as well. Kind of made that pretty clear. He said he's more interested in Space Jam 2 instead of playing for the U.S. men's Olympic team. But that's the least of the problems for the Olympics.
He's a Hollywood guy now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, LeBron not being in Tokyo might be, again, the least of their issues right now. So let's go ahead and start there with several questions surrounding this summer's Olympic Games. After years of preparation, Tokyo Olympics is just weeks away, but there are still concerns the Games will even take place. So Japan is fighting a 4th wave of COVID-19 infections, and many are worried that hosting the Games is too much of a risk and could be a super spreader event. Opinion polls in Japan suggest a majority of the public also want the Olympic Games canceled, and the country has already banned overseas spectators. Canceling the Games could cost Japan around $16 billion, but it's not even a decision the country can make on its own.
In practice, the single entity that can cancel the Games is the IOC, International Olympic Committee, because according to the Olympic Charter, the IOC has an exclusive property of the Games.
Yeah, there you have it. The International Olympic Committee has insurance for Games cancellation and abandonment, which would cover parts of operational cost, but that could also lead to lawsuits from sponsors and broadcasters. The Olympics, right now, still scheduled to start on July 23rd. All right, so we've been reporting a lot on worker shortages, and this morning, President Biden will discuss the May jobs report, which was just released. The U.S. economy added 559,000 jobs in May. It's the latest sign of a strengthening recovery as vaccinations rise and COVID restrictions ease nationwide. The president is likely to use this data to pitch his infrastructure plan as he continues negotiating a bipartisan deal with Senate Republicans. The president's plan includes money for roads, bridges, water facilities, and non-traditional infrastructure like the caregiving economy. But the biggest roadblock in the negotiations appears to be the president's new push to close tax gaps in the law. Biden's latest proposal would force corporations to pay at least 15%.
Let me just give you a simple fact. Last year, for example, 55 of our largest corporations in America paid $0 in federal tax. Zero.
I don't think that's going to appeal to members of my party.
All right, those talks continue today as new unemployment claims hit a pandemic low, under 400,000 claims. The country's unemployment rate also dropped slightly this morning from 6.1% to 5.8%. Okay, guys, switching gears this morning. You guys just mentioned it on the 9 at 9. This story's been getting a lot of traction. A Texas high school valedictorian changed the subject of her graduation speech without telling her school and did not hold back when she talked about a hot button issue in our state. Paxton Smith, that is the young lady you're seeing right there, was planning to talk about the role of the media in society when she addressed her graduating class, but without telling school officials, she switched her topic to something far more controversial, the new Texas abortion law. Paxton is now speaking out about the viral video. She said she felt obligated to do so and only told her parents of her plans. Here's a little bit of that video and some of her reaction.
It feels wrong to talk about anything but what is currently affecting me and millions of other women in the state.
I was shocked. I didn't expect this speech to really go far past the stage.
Well, it's definitely gone viral. So in September, the so-called heartbeat bill is set to become Texas law, banning abortions after 6 weeks of pregnancy, regardless of rape or other sexual abuses. It's considered the most restrictive abortion law in the country. So the school district that Paxton and the school that she attends or used to attend says it now plans to review student speeches before graduation and points out that valedictorian speeches do not reflect the school's position or that of its employees. All right, and finally this morning, look behind me, a car chase through parts of, or actually a truck chase through parts of North Texas ends with a driver getting tackled by a Texas DPS trooper. So the driver led police from several departments on this chase, but officials used spike strips on the highway to get him to slow down his pickup truck. It didn't work entirely. You could see him there driving on the rims of his left two tires. He kept going even though he was on the rims of his vehicle. The truck eventually stopped in what appeared to be a junkyard area. He got out of the vehicle, was trying to make his case, and that did not work because he was soon tackled on the ground by a Texas DPS trooper. The driver was taken into custody and is charged with evading arrest. Probably not the best time to make your case after you've led authorities to a high-speed chase through several cities.
Nope.
Yeah, definitely not.
Thank you, RJ.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it. Right now, 9/11 on your Friday morning, about 71 degrees.
And Election Day is tomorrow for 5 San Antonio districts.
Yep. Well, half of the city council races were decided back in May. The other half had no clear winner and will be decided tomorrow in the runoff elections.
The top 2 vote getters in District 1, 2, 3, 5, and 9 are vying for a seat. In District 1, incumbent Roberto Trevino and Mario Bravo have been focused on tackling the homeless issue in and around downtown.
On the east side, a former staffer of incumbent Jada Andrew Sullivan, Jalen McKee Rodriguez, hoping to take her council seat. At District 3, voters will have 2 familiar names to choose from. The next city council rep, Phyllis Villagran and Tomas Uresti.
There are 2 new faces in the District 5 race, Terry Castillo and Rudy Lopez, and in District 9 in the Stone Oak area, incumbent John Courage takes on challenger Patrick Van Dolen.
For a closer look at all of these races, you can go to KSAT.com. We've got a handful of stories to catch you up on the big ticket issues facing each council district here in the Alamo City.
Our website can also direct you to the closest polling location near you. The polls will be open from 7 a.m. to 7 in the evening tomorrow. KSAT will be tracking the results online and will update you throughout the night and on the night beat at 10.
Lots going on this weekend right here at KSAT. It's just about 9:13.
Welcome to the land beyond. We have been transformed to the Dragon Force. Believe it or not, it is here in San Antonio. That is a friendly dragon. We'll introduce you to that dragon and many, many more dragons when we come back live on the news at 9. Woo-hoo. It's a whole...
Good morning, welcome back. It's about 9:16 now. So for many students, school is out of session and the skies are clear, well, for now. Parents might be looking for some inexpensive ways to entertain the kiddos.
That is why we sent our David Sears out to the San Antonio Zoo to check out the newest and coolest exhibit they've got set up out there. David, what is new at the zoo?
Oh, I'm telling you, a lot is new at the zoo, Mark. We have basically been transformed to the land beyond. Very mystical, very mythical. It's, wow, it's like going back in time with dinosaurs and dragons. And you can see the dragon right there. You can see it slobbering a little bit because he noticed us standing here. Apparently it's lunchtime at the Dragon Forest. I don't know, that's kind of scary, isn't it? That dragon looking like that, I don't know about. Hope Roth is with the San Antonio Zoo. This is an incredible place. It's right across the street from the zoo. Tell us about the Dragon Forest.
Yes, welcome. So this is Dragon Forest, and a lot of people did not realize there's about 26 acres on the other side of 281 that's also a part of the zoo. And in our master plan that will be coming, stay tuned, this will all be part of the zoo. But until then, we have 16 animatronic, larger-than-life dragons for everybody to come and see. It's a walking tour here.
They spit fire, they spit. They do all kinds of stuff. They make noises. We can hear them like across the park over there making all kinds of fun noises.
Oh, yeah. So if you're little or you're big, everybody loves dragons, especially with the Harry Potter fans and the Game of Thrones. We're actually going to have theme weekends coming up this summer. So head to our website to see when we're going to do those. But this is a wonderful Renaissance village that we have here.
Yeah, we're going to show you the Renaissance village. They got this path that goes all around the Dragon Forest so you can see all the dragons and all the dinosaurs. And then if you want to rest, get some food, enjoy some shows, there's the Renaissance Park that they have. So what are you going to be able to do right here?
So on Saturdays and Sundays on the stage that you see here, we have a falconry show with birds of prey that comes out. It's 3 times a day, and you will have huge birds flying over your head, coming back over to the stage. It's an amazing show. And then we also have the ability to get a henna tattoo, buy some fun dragon merchandise, and in a little bit we'll talk and you will get to taste some of the fabulous food and drink we have to offer.
I was going to say, but there's more. And look, real life prehistoric animals. The real dragon here. The Komodo dragon.
Close, exactly. Yeah, this beautiful little lady, this is Gia. Gia is a Cuban rock iguana, so they're native to the Caribbean. One of your 3rd largest species of iguana, but they're primarily going to be herbivores. But what's really cool is the texture of scales on their skin right here. If you kind of go backwards, it almost mimics that of like a dragon scale, which is cool. And even these on the back, it's kind of that more ferocious, like dragon-like scale, which is cool. And the other one over here we have, this is Twig, and Twig is an eastern screech owl. So again, like those birds of prey, this is actually a native species to right here in Texas, and he is actually a rescued bird to our team, but you can actually oftentimes hear them at night. They make more of a kind of a light trilling noise for their vocalization, which is really unique. But if you never see them, you're going to hear them before you see them, which is really cool.
Awesome. Beautiful live animals. We've got the dragons, and of course, we've got food. I'm not sure they had funnel cakes back then in Dragon Town. Where did that? Funnel cakes? Absolutely. Did dragons like funnel cakes?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Beautiful. You can't go wrong. We'll be back with some food after this. Stay tuned.
Yeah, that's
Quite the journalistic scoop out there about Jurassic funnel cakes, David Sears.
Yeah. Well, that's how you fight the dragons off, with funnel cakes, right?
All right. Thank you, David. Live out at the zoo. We've never seen a dragon do kind of before.
No.
And that's exactly what happened.
No, that's pretty cute. It was funny, the little, was it Twig?
Yeah,
like,
the
no,
little owl.
Yeah, it was like, no pictures, please. No pictures.
Camera shy.
Almost like Hedwig from Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And you know what's some good news? The rain is not going to be as widespread as it was yesterday, guys, for us.
Good.
But we are going to have areas of scattered showers and storms, and wherever heavy rain sets up, it's going to fall on some soggy ground. Here's a look at the rainfall over the last 36 hours, measured rainfall in areas. More than 1.25 inches in Pearsall and in Cotulla, more than 1.5 inches in Floresville, almost a full inch in Seguin, 1.5 inches in the Canyon Lake area, and 1.25 inches in Kennedy. Now, zooming in a little bit further to Bexar County, you can see that most folks got about 1 inch to 2 inches of rain from yesterday's rain. GMSA Randolph clocked in more than 2 inches of rain. Adkins more than 2 inches of rain. But do you see that bullseye there on the south side of Bexar County? Those areas saw more than 5 inches of rain. In fact, confirmed more than 5 inches of rain. We've got a KSAT photojournalist who lives on the south side of Bexar County, and he said, yep, 5.5 inches of rain there. So a lot of rainfall. If we get any heavy rain over the south side of Bexar County or even the south side of Guadalupe County and into Wilson County, that could lead to some flash flooding issues later on this afternoon for those areas. But again, rain is going to be much more scattered in nature today than yesterday. Outside right now, a few peaks of sunshine, 73 degrees, east-northeast winds at 7 miles per hour. Humidity is high. Dew points are in the 60s, and we've got 81% relative humidity. A look at the satellite radar, and you can see that clouds are starting to pop up. Cumulus clouds are starting to pop up. They may be inhibited, though, by some cirrus clouds moving in from the south and from the west. Right now, the only rain in our KSAT 12 viewing area is in Lavaca County, east of Hallettsville, and temperatures are starting to rise, but they'll be limited on how warm we can get today. Yesterday we were in the 60s for a good portion of the day. Today we're going to be in the 70s for a good portion of the day. Here's a look at our weather pattern. A pesky low pressure system over the Sierra Madres is really just going to hang around over the next couple of days before ejecting eastward by Sunday. And because of that, we have to keep a chance for scattered showers and storms in the forecast, especially this afternoon here in San Antonio. Scattered rain is going to be possible. And wherever the heavy rain sets up, we're going to have to watch out for the potential for flooding. And that will come down with a loss of daytime heating tonight, only isolated rain tonight. And then once again tomorrow, although coverage will not be as great, we're going to have a 40% chance for scattered showers and storms during the day tomorrow. So for your day today, only isolated this morning, 40% at noon, 60% during the heat of the day. In the afternoon, a high temperature of 78 degrees, east-southeast winds at about 5 to 10 miles per hour, and only isolated rain this evening. Now for your weekend, 40% chance for scattered tomorrow, heavy at times in pockets, but it's going to be hit or miss for the rain. So still go out and enjoy your Saturday. Just keep your KSAT Weather Authority app handy. And then on Sunday, rain should only be isolated in the morning, especially in the morning. But how much rain are we talking about? I love this graphic because it shows that the rain chances are best well east of San Antonio, up to 2 inches of rain for areas like Gonzales, Hallettsville, where an additional potential half to an inch of rain is possible in San Antonio through the weekend. We're going to see another chance for scattered showers and storms on Monday, but most of next week looks to be fairly quiet, and that is a welcome change in our forecast. However, this rain has been good to us. Coming up, I'm going to show us the drought monitor and how that's improved around San Antonio.
That's good news. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah Spivey. Right now, it's 9:24, about 73 degrees.
And still ahead on GMSA at 9, an Amazon Fulfillment Center making a big difference in the lives of the hard of hearing community. What they've done to make their workforce more inclusive after the break.
Building a thriving workforce during the pandemic has been a lot of hard work for companies. Even finding a job has been challenging for workers, especially with those with disabilities.
But the Amazon Fulfillment Center in Shaddock, New York has been open since September, and it's already created more than 1,000 jobs. And the company is making sure everyone of all abilities is welcome.
The site has put a greater focus on becoming inclusive to people who are deaf or hearing impaired. As Leanne DeRosa from WRGB in Albany, New York reports, it's all thanks to 2 deaf employees.
Amazon is known for innovation, and deep within the aisles of this 1 million square foot warehouse in Shaddock, you'll find 2 employees who are leading the charge for inclusivity.
I was a little bit nervous, but they said, that's okay. Just do what you normally do.
Meet Ronnie and Cristiano. These two employees are deaf and speak American Sign Language. With the help of interpreters, we learned all about their start with Amazon when this fulfillment center opened in September. They said it took some getting used to for everyone in the beginning.
When I came in, first of all, people had masks on. It was difficult to communicate. You know, part of our language and part of our culture is being able to read people's facial expression and be able to read their body language. And, you know, because of COVID, that was a barrier for us and a challenge.
Ronnie and Cristiano started working with HR to find ways to become more inclusive, and they ran with it.
I reached out to other sites in our area and asked them what they do with their deaf associates, and since then we have just kind of like took the reins and just have gone overboard, I hope overboard, in just ways that we can make this environment more inclusive for them.
There are posters with the alphabet and feelings, and video monitors with lessons for common words or phrases.
Gotten lights in their machines, their operating machines, to signify to the other drivers that they are deaf, and that way they can use different hand signals rather than yelling to them down the aisles.
Ronnie and Cristiano said they had round tables and sign language lessons, and their coworkers became more accepting and understanding.
I was really impressed how so many of the employees were so interested, and they started using some of these basic signs when they greeted us. I felt so comfortable in this environment that people wanted to communicate with me.
And they both started to grow as employees themselves.
I look around and I see that there are a lot of opportunities here, and I don't know, could I drive a forklift? Is that something I could do? Maybe it's too hard for me, I don't know, or maybe I could be a delivery driver, but I noticed in this environment they're encouraging people to move up.
And now this site's staff has grown to include 4 deaf associates.
Honestly, everyone has been absolutely amazing, so supportive and helpful, and just going the extra mile in any way they can.
Again, that was Leanne DeRosa from WRGB, or rather WRBG, in Albany, New York, reporting.
Amazon is also hosting lessons to help employees learn more about the deaf community and sign language.
It is 9:30. There's more ahead on GMSA at 9.
We'll check in on that developing story out of South Bexar County. More than 30 people were found inside a trailer coming from Laredo. Our Stephen Cavazos has the latest next.
The search for dozens of people continues in southwest Bexar County. San Antonio police looking into a situation where a group of 60 to 80 people were inside a tractor trailer found around 4 o'clock this morning on Quisenberry Road.
That's near Somerset and Fisher Road. Stephen Cavazos is live there this morning. Now, Stephen, what can you tell us about the group that was found inside?
Mark, Stephanie, we know that this group was coming from Laredo, and 20 men and 9 women were detained. And what we're doing right now is waiting for the trailer that they were in to be towed out of this area. But the search for others is just ramping up. Now, go ahead and take a look at this video. This was around 4 this morning. People who live in this area actually heard banging coming from inside that tractor trailer, which was parked in the middle of the road. Now, we just received some information from San Antonio police. They say when they arrived here, they actually found that trailer empty, but they later found those 29 people. Now, many others, of course, did take off when they saw police coming, and right now that search does continue. We know the people inside were there for close to 4 hours. Now, the trailer was air conditioned, and San Antonio Fire Department did provide the group with some medical attention, water, and blankets. And thankfully, no one was hurt. Via buses arrived sometime after, and a battalion chief on the scene does tell us that the group will be transported somewhere, but he did not disclose the location. Now, we still don't know a lot about the driver that was behind the wheel of this tractor trailer, but we know that Homeland Security has taken over this investigation. And while out here, we did also spot some Border Patrol agents. And once again, we are waiting for that tractor trailer to be towed out of this area right now. We still don't, and the search for others is still underway. Of course, we will bring you that information and more updates on air and online at KSAT.com. Stephen Cavazos, KSAT 12 News.
Stephen, thank you very much.
Taking a look out with live cam, kind of pleasant out there, well, at least in our KSAT parking lot for now.
I'm glad you got to experience the KSAT parking lot.
Thank you, Sarah.
It's very exotic. No, it is nice outside. We are looking at 70s right now with peaks of sunshine. Let's start with the bad news. Okay, let's show you the pollen count for the day. Yeah, that's pretty bad. 20,670 mold spores per cubic meter of air. Even me, and I'm not that sensitive to mold, I'm feeling it a little bit today. And so if you're wheezing and sneezing, mold's the reason. But the good news now, the aquifer up 0.3 of a foot over the past 24 hours. The aquifer now almost 7 feet above the monthly average for June. And we've seen it go up by more than 20 feet since April. So good for the rain. You know, people have been asking me, Sarah, have we seen any records as far as rainfall goes? And the short answer to that is no, but the rain has been consistent, hasn't it? Over the last 6 weeks, we've seen a good chance for rain pretty much every single week. So again, the rain has been consistent, although no records have been broken as far as rainfall totals go. We're getting some puffy cumulus development here around San Antonio. We'll be watching those to see if they can produce any showers. But one thing that's going to be inhibiting vertical growth of those clouds is the incoming cirrus clouds. And those high-thin cirrus clouds may prevent vertical growth in those clouds, which may lead to less of a chance for rain today. So coming up in the forecast, we're going to talk about a few things. How rain will only be scattered today, not like yesterday. Where it does rain, though, heavy rain could be possible at times. And we've been able to trim back rain chances a little bit this weekend. It'll still be hit or miss, though, as far as the rain is concerned. Mark and Steph.
Thanks, Sarah. Many kids are looking forward to summer, but there are lots of fun events picking back up, like at the San Antonio Zoo.
And that's where we find our David Sears, who is checking out their new Dragon Fest. But David, there are some things that parents can enjoy as well, right?
All parents can enjoy some time enjoying time. Get it? Okay, anyway. So after you've like slayed dragons all day, and after you've run from dinosaurs all day, what do you have to do? You got to eat, you got to replenish, you got to fill your body, because you might have to go slay some dragons later. So look, it's an assortment of foods here in the dinosaur forest, the dragon forest. So here, Hope, you tell us what we got, because I'm going to try it out. So we got turkey legs. That looks pretty authentic right there, the turkey legs actually being in the dragon forest. But
it was everything I could, David, not to eat this. Okay, so here are two beverages that you can only get in Dragon Forest. Butter beer, and those Harry Potter fans out there, they will know exactly what that is. And believe it or not, it doesn't have alcohol in it. Perfect, perfect butter beer. And then we
should have done that with last.
and then we also have the red one is our Dragon's Blood. And this is an alcoholic version, and it has a little fireball in it. That one does not. We made it special for you. Too early for Fireball. Too early. Too early. But Dragon's Blood is one of our other signature drinks here in Dragon Forest. And, of course, we've got delicious. We have the turkey legs, which, as you mentioned, this is a very authentic Renaissance village. Slay dragons, get your turkey leg. But I believe this is your favorite here, the corn dog. And we've got a little mustard for you. So right now, through June 14th, is Dragon Days. So you can get inside Dragon Forest for only $5 a person. Now remember, the entrance is not in the zoo. This is a separate entrance behind the zoo parking garage, which you can see near the Alamo Stadium. What do you think? How is it?
The dragon's like, no, this is mine. You cannot have my corn dog. You're going to have to tell the dragon that.
I think you have some competition.
Yeah, so there you go. Oh, wait, hold on. So you always can stop and eat, enjoy the Dragon Forest, the dinosaurs, the dragons, and the food.
I guess.
No.
But no funnel cakes.
Hold on.
No Jurassic funnel cake.
Aww.
I got some funnel cakes over there, but we didn't have time.
David, your mouth is full. What does your mama
yeah.
teach you? Okay, he's gone.
He's gone.
Hey, quick correction. A very detail-oriented viewer let us know that I messed up part of the 9 at 9. I mentioned that Portland knocked Denver out of the playoffs. It was actually the reverse. Denver won last night, 126-115. Denver wins the series 4-2. My apologies. Right now, it is 9:40, about 73 degrees.
You're watching GMSA at 9, and we'll be right back.
Yeah, we're bringing it up. I want to show you Sarah Spivey getting her game face on for doing a full weathercast. And take the 2 shot.
There you go. She's like, yeah.
Right. And I'm excited because we've gotten some good rain over the last few days. And we could have had some flash flooding issues yesterday, but the rain was moderate enough to not really lead to major issues. yesterday.
So what is the outlook for the weekend? Is it changing?
Slightly. All right. So I've been able to trim back rain chances a little bit over the weekend. That doesn't mean it's not going to rain over the weekend. It'll probably rain in some spots, but the good news is it looks to be more widely scattered than widespread. So that's some good news. All right. Lots to talk about. I mentioned that there were parts of Bexar County that saw more than 5 inches of rain yesterday. This is one of our viewers' rain gauges on the south side of Bexar County, sent in through our Weather Authority app. There's a pinned section where you can send in pictures, and we like to show them on air. This actually helps us verify ground truth during storms. And so thank you for sending in that picture. I promised earlier that I would show the drought monitor. So this is the drought monitor from 5 weeks ago. We had extreme drought in Bexar County and extreme drought and exceptional drought across the Winter Garden region. But watch what happened since 5 weeks ago when we've been seeing consistent rainfall. It's all but eliminated around south central Texas, and drought is gone around San Antonio. We've still got some moderate drought from Del Rio to Eagle Pass, so hopefully a little bit of extra rain there will help things out there, but much better look at the drought conditions out there, or the lack of drought conditions, that is. Outside right now, it is 74 degrees. We're slowly starting to see temperatures rise with a few peaks of sunshine here and there, but we're also starting to see some cumulus clouds try to develop near the surface, and cumulus clouds, when they can get vertical, they can get tall, they can produce some rain. So we are going to carry a chance for scattered showers and storms today. However, it's not going to be as widespread as it was yesterday, but wherever the heavier rain falls, we'll have to be on the lookout for the potential for some flooding issues. Really only rain in the viewing area right now is in eastern Lavaca County. These cirrus clouds moving in from the southwest may inhibit that vertical growth for those clouds, and so we'll be watching that carefully too as well. Check in with us at noon to see what rain chances have done for the rest of the day. 74 in San Antonio, as I mentioned, and 74 in New Braunfels. This big upper level low, though, is going to keep the chance for rain in the forecast through the weekend. Now, it will be scattered in nature and not necessarily widespread, but the chance for rain is still there. In the high-res FUTURECAST, with some daytime heating, scattered showers, and even a few storms are possible this afternoon, and we'll do it again tomorrow in the afternoon, although rain chances will be a little bit less than they are today. Today we're going 60% in the afternoon. Tomorrow we'll go 40% in the afternoon. And I'm laying that all out right here. 75 degrees at noon and 40% chance for showers. And then in the afternoon, 60% chance for showers, potentially even a rumble of thunder or two. East-southeast winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's your updated weekend forecast. Scattered rain tomorrow. Again, it could be heavy at times, but not everybody is going to see rain tomorrow. And then on Sunday, really isolated rain, but especially in the morning. So, although there's a chance for rain up to 2 inches out to the east toward Gonzales, it is going to be hit or miss in nature. So keep that KSAT Weather Authority app handy. And if you do get rain, send in pictures like that viewer on the south side of Bexar County. That helps us a lot.
Did you use the term ground truth?
Ground truth, yeah.
Yeah, so it basically kind of proves up what we think you guys are seeing on radar, et cetera.
Yeah, the radar sometimes gives us false readings, and
right.
Sometimes it overdoes things. And so whenever people can give us ground truth, that helps us as meteorologists a lot.
All right, so it's kind of the proof is in the pudding, or in this case, the rain gauge.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Thank you, Sarah.
Yes, thank you, Sarah. And of course, David Sears, you saw, had one option for you if you're looking for something to do this weekend, but there are several things taking place across our area as summer gets closer and people look to get outdoors.
RJ Marquez is back with a look ahead at some of the things to do this weekend if you are still trying to come up with some plans. Hey again, RJ.
Yeah, what's up, guys? David had some very interesting things to check out. That was a pretty good stuff there. But yeah, there's a lot of things going on. Hopefully the rain cooperates. And let's start first with an exhibit at the Witte Museum. We're talking about Hercules beetles and massive elephant seals. That's right. You've already got me sold right there. So this is taking place at the Witte Museum. Extreme Creatures, Life at the Limit showcases some of the most extreme creatures on our planet and the lengths they go to just to survive. So life-size and larger-than-life models of animals will be featured throughout the exhibit, along with videos and interactive stations. So a few examples here. You can learn all about this southern elephant seal that can dive nearly a mile underwater and stay below the surface for 2 hours, or that Hercules beetle that can carry up to 80 times its own weight. Some really interesting stuff there. The exhibit will be open at the Witte through September 6th. Pretty cool stuff there, guys.
So that's why he's called Hercules, because he can carry all that weight. Okay, I get it.
Yeah. Hey,
That's cute.
I hadn't really thought about that. That's good stuff.
I was thinking about the cartoon at first, you know, I mean, first thing that comes to mind.
Yeah. All right, guys, if Hercules beetles aren't your thing, totally get that. How about some good food and good tunes this weekend? Music Fair is taking place tomorrow at Peeler Farms in Floresville. So this is a culinary and live music event, but it is limited capacity and tickets are going fast. The event will have live performances by Robert Ellis and Gordy Quist from the Band of Heathens. What a name, the Band of Heathens. That is a band out of Austin. The price of a ticket includes also the food, so you get the also price of entry and food there. So there's Wagyu brisket flautas and Wagyu steak tacos on the menu. Yeah, Mark, Wagyu fan?
Yeah.
Yes, right. Is that even a question?
No.
No, there we go.
Not.
Yeah, and that information is on our website. Okay, guys, well, let's stick with some live music and also movies out in Schertz tomorrow night. The city of Schertz is hosting a music and movies in the park series, which kicks off tomorrow at Pickerel Park. Concerts will begin at 7 p.m. at night, of course, and the movies will start at 8:30. Flood Gauge is taking the stage tomorrow, and why not stick with the rock theme? The Jack Black classic School of Rock movie will be the movie that will be shown. Again, that all gets started at 7 o'clock out there at Pickerel Park. Yeah.
All right, cool and stuff. I understand we have a new newsletter?
Oh, yes.
Another new
right
newsletter.
Here. Things to do. Yeah, definitely want to remind you guys, everyone, if you have some time, take a look at some happenings across our area. Go ahead and sign up for this new Things to Do KSAT newsletter. So if you sign up at KSAT.com, you'll get this newsletter twice every month to your email inbox. And it's basically a rundown of things going on around San Antonio. So we have Fiesta coming up, a Viking festival, an awkward prom event. All of those things are happening in June. Yeah, and this list was put together by one of our digital journalists, Mary Claire Patton. She's a big Viking fan, so I know this Viking event caught her attention. You can get all that information in this one spot. All the sign-up info is there on KSAT.com, and it is all free to do so.
All right, Fiesta Viking Prom, got it.
Yeah.
Thank you, RJ.
Can't go wrong with
all
that.
Together, that sounds great. Yeah.
9:52, about 73 degrees.
We'll be right back.
Tomorrow morning on GMSA, we introduce you to a great graduate who has not only overcome so much, but is now using what she has to help others. She started her own charity. We'll explain tomorrow on Good Morning San Antonio.
It's National Donut Day. We had some in the newsroom earlier. How many did you? I mean, you don't have to tell me.
0. I didn't even see the box.
Donuts?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sarah and
I ate one for each of you, so we're good.
Thanks.
You're welcome. You're welcome. But we're not the only bearers of good news on National Donut Day. There are donut deals out there at places like.
That's right. So Krispy Kreme, the chain will give out 1 free donut per person on Friday today.
Shipley, customers can get a free glazed donut with any purchase from 5 a.m. to noon.
That's right. Dunkin' Donut, the chain will give out free classic donut to each customer who purchases a beverage.
And these are at participating locations.
Yes.
Duck Donuts, customers can get a free bear, cinnamon, sugar, or powdered donut all day at participating locations.
And wow, this is close to us. QT, the convenience store chain, will give away a free donut to each customer who redeems the reward on the QT mobile app.
More on this National Donut Day. Go to our trusty website at KSAT.com, and may the donuts be with you today.
And have a great weekend.
Do not want to miss out.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
She wins.